Grand Rising, beloved. Grand Rising, everybody. What's going on, family? I'm back. I got something new to speak about, to share, and that is first and foremost, before I go any further, I want to say we need to unlearn the color terms white and black, yellow, brown, all this stuff, man. I've been a part of it too for all of this time, man. But the best thing is when you start becoming more aware, more conscious of how the harmony is being uh, broken within this realm, man, that we live in. We are humans, and because we are wearing these fleshly bodies, man, we need to learn how to unlearn, how to um, relearn everything that has been taken from us. We've been mistaught a gang of things, man. And I'm gonna point out a few things, such as, for instance, man, that's why you see me with copper rings and copper watch, copper, copper, copper cup, copper. Should have bought my glass. I got a big glass, a glass mug. But the reason for that being, family, is because of simply the dangers of. Let me read something from one of the tools that I use. Okay, copper, the scientific truth. Okay, copper, which is Cu, is an essential trace mineral found in all human beings, all human bodies. It supports formation of red blood cells, production of collagen, and regulation of the nervous and immune systems. The human nervous system, whether dark skin or light skin, conducts electricity through electrolytes. Copper is one of the best conductors in nature, so it often becomes a symbol for conductivity, vitality, and circulation. Your body already contains about 50 to 120 milligrams of copper, mostly in liver, brain, and heart tissue. The cultural meaning among melanated peoples, okay? Melanated peoples. Historically, many African and Afro diasporic cultures associated copper with the sun and life force energy because of its color and conductivity. Protection and healing. West African and Kemetic tradition used copper bracelets or anklets to ground energy and improve circulation. Symbol of balance. A conductor between spirit, which is electrical field, and body, which is magnetic field. Those symbolic meanings arose because people noticed copper's tangible physical effects. It transfers heat, cools the skin, and resists infection long before modern chemistry explained it. So using copper safely, wearing wearing like I'm doing now, wearing copper jewelry, safe. The skin absorbs minimal amounts. Drinking from a pure copper cup, okay, which is what I just shared with you. Drinking from a pure copper cup occasionally. The small ionic release may supply trace copper, but prolonged storage of acidic liquids like citrus water or vinegar can dissolve too much metal. The, the WHO upper safe limit for copper in water is about 2 milligrams per liter. You can rotate between your glass and copper cups rather than storing water and copper overnight and every day. And that's just news to use when you are on your way to learning something, on your way to learning something. That's news to use there. Good for me. Glass versus plastic. Now pay attention to this, family. Glass, chemically inert, it doesn't leach compounds into liquids. This is glass. Excellent for preserving mineral structure and taste of natural spring water. Plastic, on the other hand, most disposable bottles are made from PET or HDPE. When exposed to heat or sunlight, they can leach small amounts of chemicals such as antimony. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Antimony, BPA, or phthalates. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Words, though. Gotta live with them. This word is spelled PHTHALATES. You tell me what it said. But most disposable bottles are made from PET or HDPE. When exposed to heat or sunlight, they can leach small amounts of chemicals such as those things I just said, and antimony, which is ANTIMONY. Then it's BPA, and then the other one is that word PHTHALATES. Some of these compounds mimic hormones, endocrine disruptors, and may affect metabolism and reproductive health if exposure is constant. Plastic also fragment into micro particles that enter ecosystems and eventually the body. So your instincts to choose glass or copper over plastic is scientifically sound. You're avoiding unnecessary chemical exposure and helping the environment. In essence, material, practical effect, symbolic resonance. Copper conducts electricity, supports blood and nerve function, energy, circulation, connection, and glass pure containment, no leaching, clarity, transparency. Plastic, convenient, but can leach chemicals, artificial separation, stagnation. That's the difference. Everyday guidance. Keep your Saratoga bottles, because I drink Saratoga. As a matter of fact, let me just grab one for you real quick. Hold on 1 second, family. Okay. I got this one here. This is this is what I drink from, man. The what is this? 12 fluid ounce. This is natural water. It's in a glass bottle. And then they also sell these too, fam, in the stores, man. And for those of you that are struggling with drinking soda pops, like the sparkly pop, sugary pops, which is bad for you, they also got the Saratoga. They got these in sparkling. You see what I'm saying? Sparkling. So you can get the bottle that, but they got these size bottles. It's just natural spring without the sparkling. So, but man, I accidentally purchased the sparkling, and normally when I get some sparkling water or whatever, I don't like it. It don't taste good. Something about that stuff that just don't sit well with me. But this Saratoga sparkling water, natural spring side, family, I kid you not, it don't give me no aftertaste, no bitter, nasty. It tastes straight up like straight water. You have to try it for yourself, because I'm not finna waste any time trying to convince anyone of anything. I'm just here to share a little information with you. So it says, keep your Saratoga bottles cool and out of sunlight. That's Exactly what I do. Use glass or stainless steel for daily storage. Enjoy copper vessels for ritual or morning water, but avoid acidic mixes in them. Yeah, like um, I want to say, such as it mentioned, vinegar and all that type of stuff. That stuff. This is used for drinking water, as far as copper. These here, you know what I'm saying? Because these are tend to. Just keep in mind, this is still in metal form. Recycle or minimize plastic wherever possible. It says copper remembers the sun, glass remembers the light, and plastic remembers only its mold. And let me go here about this here. I want to break down something that I was reading and I found, and I thought to share it on this camera. So, the color term, we need to unlearn that. The color thing, because man, I find myself all the time, family, and I'm gonna just be this on this camera, be straight up realistic about it. I had it in my mind that it's us versus them kind of thing. That mindset, the white people, the blacks, the browns. Man, come on, none of it. All of us. And let's just read what I found. Okay, resources. You could take this bit of information, family, and do your own due diligence. All right, trying to move this out the way. Do your own due diligence. The color terms black, white, yellow, red were never scientific or spiritual. They were labels of hierarchy created in recent centuries to divide, categorize, and control perception. Long before, let me open this. It says, long before that, people described themselves by nation, tribe, river, or light, not by pigment. Check this out. The word human is spelled HUE/MAN. Human means literally man of color, of light spectrum. Every living being holds light in varying densities. When we remember that the separation melts, it says, when we remember that the separation melts between the color thing, whites and blacks, and because it causes, as you can see, man, old films they put out, segregation thing. It says, but when you remember that, man, that stuff melts. Melanin, copper, carbon, all of it are tools for conducting life force, not proof of difference or supremacy. The real spectrum is consciousness itself. You're right. Unlearning the color code is part of relearning harmony. And I feel it each and every day when I run across people that don't look like me. They don't look like me, but they show got a loving, gentle, compassionate spirit like me. That's the part right there. A lot of people are caught up on this, man, support your own and do this and that. And man, I'm going to be straight up right here on this camera. My own, as you say, are the people that look with this costume on. This is a costume. This this plasma, this color, as they call it, black, brown, brother, sister. The people that look like me are the people that I have always looked at as the most dangerous folks ever. They are. They are, man. Even though you can watch and see with your own eyes all of us being destroyed. It's being destroyed by whom? That's a that's a question you need to ask yourself and answer for your own self, but be truthful about it. Don't sugarcoat it. Stop sugarcoating it. As long as you keep sugarcoating it, you will never, ever face your reality. You're living in the reality of something else. And that's something that you, beloved, you have to break that on your own. I can't break it for you. You know what I can do? I can speak like I'm doing about things, and it's up to you to do your own due diligence. Use your own self discipline. This takes self discipline for you, family, for you to unlearn things and to relearn. You got to want this. I can't want it for you. You got to want it for yourself. That's the same as when a person is suffering in this realm. You sick and tired of something, you got to do something about it. You can't wait on anyone to do anything for you. It's the same thing with this government as far as them shutting down uh, devices and these programs and all. Family, we got to use these tools that they give to us to our advantage, but not get stuck on them. You know what I mean? Don't be stuck on it. We got to always know that everything that we need to keep going is within us. But when we seeking for things outside of us, that's when things start breaking down and going bad at, man. So we can't go um, totally relying on things outside of what's going on. It's got to come from within, within your body. You got. That's why you gotta do your body right, live right, put what's right in you. Stop putting what's in you, the thing that is good to you, and that's not good for you. That's what we going bad at too, family. That's why so many of our brethren and sisters, and they're passing on because they're transitioning at a rapid pace, man. Because um, the taste buds, everybody is caught up on this taste so good. I can't give it up. Or you gonna give it up. You're gonna give something up. You either give that up or give up the ghost. One of the two. I got something else. And then I'm gonna end this. I was reading something and it made me want to get up and do this here. And the origin of the word wit, WIT, and then slash that word wit, add CH, witch. The word witch, as in wicked witch. You know how they be like these witches. The root word, both wit and witch, comes from the same ancient Indo-European root, weed. I guess I'm pronouncing it right. WEID. Weed, meaning to see, to know, to perceive clearly. From that root we get wise, one who knows, wizard, wise and wise person, wit, mental sharpness or understanding. Old English wicca or wiki, a man or woman who knows hidden or sacred things. So in the oldest usage, a witch was literally a wise one, a person of insight, often a healer, midwife, herbalist, or keeper of seasonal rites. Pre-Christian Europe, before church control, every region had its folk healers and spirit workers. They understood lunar and solar cycles, herbs and minerals, divination, reading patterns in nature, protection ritual for birth and crops and the dead. Communities depended on these wise ones. They were respected, not feared. How denomination, or let me pronounce this how it's supposed to be. How demonization began when Christianity spread through Europe 4th and 15th centuries CE. Church authorities wanted religious power centralized in the priesthood. Independent healers, especially women, represented both spiritually spiritual authority outside the church and knowledge of the natural world that the clergy couldn't control. From about the 13th century onward, the term witch was redefined. You hear me? Redefined to mean someone who made pacts with evil forces. Manuals like Malleus Maleficarum in 1486 equated herbal medicine and lunar ritual with devil worship. So they mixed the two and made the term witch demonic. Thousands of herbalists and midwives were executed during the European and colonial witch hunts. I used to hear about witch hunts, never understood, not even a little bit about them. But now here's something that exposes some truth to some things. The same pattern appeared worldwide. Colonizers renamed indigenous shamans, medicine men, and priestesses as witches or sorcerers to erase their authority. Surviving lineages. Modern traditions, Wicca folks, uh, folk herbalism, Africans and native healing, carrying fragments of those ancient practices. At their heart, about. They are still about it, saying, living in harmony with the elements, using intuition and plant knowledge, honoring the cycles of nature. In essence, beloved, wit/witch originally meant one who sees and knows, a wise guardian of life's rhythms. Demonization came later from political and religious control. The witch was never the enemy of the divine. She was the memory of nature's wisdom. Now that's breaking down the origins of what wit/witch meant. Let's see what this other one means. The origin of the word demon or demonic, because a lot of us like to use demon and demonic as something evil. But it says this one is very close in story to witch because the word demon also began as something neutral, even noble, before religious systems turned it into a symbol of fear. Let's walk through it slowly and clearly. And it says the original word, the English demon, comes from the ancient Greek daemon, and it's older from daemonion. In those writings, it meant simply a guiding spirit, inner power, or lesser divinity. Socrates spoke of his daemon. It says Socrates spoke of his daemonian as a small inner voice that warned him when he was about to act against truth. Plato described demons as messengers between gods and humans, linking the visible and invisible worlds. So, far from evil, a daemon was the personal spirit that connected a person to divine insight or destiny, what later thinkers would call genius, guardian, or higher self. In other cultures, this same concept appears everywhere. In Egypt, Ka or Ba, the spirit double that accompanies you. In West Africa, personal Ori or Shai. In Rome, genius, male, or Juno, female, a person's guiding presence. All of these meant the same things, beloved. The invisible intelligence within and around a person. How the world, I mean, how the word turned dark. Here's something to hear. This is how that word demon or demonic turned dark. When early Christian writers translated Greek texts into Latin, they faced a problem. Their theology accepted only one God and his angels. Any other spirit was automatically placed outside that system. So, Greek daemon, Latin daemon, evil spirit. In the Vulgate Bible, the translator used daemonium to render Hebrew shadim, or foreign spirits, as devils. Over centuries, daemon lost its neutral sense and became demon, meaning enemy of God. By the Middle Ages, demon was the label for any unseen force not controlled by the church era, even ancestral spirits or pagan deities. The true core meaning: daemon equals inner guide, intelligence, unseen inspirer. It represents the link between human consciousness and the divine field. The later demonization was linguistic and theological inversion, turning an idea of inner divinity into a threat to outer authority. In essence, aspect original, daemon after demonization, natural, neutral, benevolent, spirit evil entity, function, personal guide, messenger, tempter, corrupter, relation to divine bridge between human and divine, opposer of divine emotional tone reference, dialogue, fear, avoidance. Your daemon was never your enemy. It was your whisper of remembrance. Only systems that fear inner guidance teach you to fear it. You feel me? You were taught things as a means to keep you messed up in the head. Before the word was twisted, demon meant the noble spark of consciousness that counsels from within, the unseen teacher, not the tormentor. To reclaim it is simply to listen again to that quiet voice of knowing. And I say it all the time. That's why a lot of people don't like to sit still. They like to keep earbuds in their ears. They like to stay on the phone. They like to keep the music blasting and loud. They like to watch TV. They like to have company around. They want to always keep it drowned out because they do not want to hear that silent whisper that they call today as demon. They don't want to get to spend time with themselves. So that's the problem with what I see. I know very well because I was a part of that problem. And now I'm not, family. Every day it's a fight. Every day, right now. Future never shows up. You always dealing with right now. Here, right now. Not tomorrow. And especially not yesterday. You can always remember. Never forget to remember, but you only got right now because future would never show up. That being said, family, I want to click off. Shalom. That means peace.